Good morning. Today we are going to discuss JK flip-flop. We start from the RS flip-flop. When we consider the case of clocked RS flip-flop, we have mentioned that it is semi-transparent. Simple latch type var, the first one, that is using NOR gate and NAND gate, was fully transparent. That means the output Q immediately follows any change in the input. The clocked RS flip-flop might be considered as semi-transparent. That is, the output will change state immediately, provided that the enabled input is high. If any of these flip-flops are used in a synchronous system, then care must be taken to ensure all flip-flop input change state in synchronism with the clock. In such a cases, there must be a problem of operation. To overcome that, we have to use the gate edge triggered flip-flop. In the case of clocked or gated RS flip-flop, when the EN input is very low, when the EN input is low, the changes in the input S and R not affect the output. Okay. Here, now we start with the edge triggered RS flip-flop. We know that the simple latch type flip-flops are completely transparent. That means the output Q immediately follows any change of state in the input. That is, when we changes the input R and S, then there must be a corresponding change in the output. In the gated or the clocked RS flip-flop, when the enabled input is high, the change in RS must be transmitted to the output. It occurs when the enabled input is high. So we can say that it is semi-transparent. because of the output will change state immediately provided that the En input is high. If any of these flip-flops are used in a synchronous system, care must be taken to ensure all flip-flop input change state in synchronism with the clock. One way of resolving the problem is to allow changes in R and S input levels only when En is low. En is low means the flip-flop is disabled. Okay. And we say that we have to adjust the clock input of the synchronous system in such a way that the changes in the R and S occurs when enable is low. Okay. Then when enable is high, the corresponding changes occur simultaneously. But it is very difficult to implement. To overcome this inconvenient restriction, we can use the edge triggered RS flip-flop. By edge, we means that the transition from low to high or high to low consider a square wave pattern, that is, consider it as a clock. Okay, this is low and this is high. It is plus 5 volt and it is 0 volt. Then it is low and it is high. Here the transition is from low to high, and here the transition is from high to low. Here it is from low to high, here from high to low. The transition is from 0 to plus 0 to plus 5 is known as positive edge, and from plus 5 to 0 is known as negative edge. It is the positive edge and it is the negative edge, and here it is positive edge and here it is negative edge. Then for a clock pulse, there must be two edges, that is positive edge or negative edge. So we can design circuit to trigger at any of these edge. So edge triggered is classified into two. First one is positive edge triggered and the second one is negative edge triggered. And now we consider the positive edge triggered. That means the changes occurs when the transition of the clock pulse is from a low to high. It can represent an upward arrow. A symbol for positive edge triggered RS flip-flop is given in figure B, and the corresponding logic diagram is given in the figure A. Here, the representation, that is, here, this is the clock, given clock is labeled as C, and a small triangle. Here, this small triangle then shows for the positive edge triggering. And here it is also right PT, that means positive triggering, and the symbol is this here, this triangle, small triangle, this one, this small triangle is shows it is positive triggering. When it is negative edge triggering, here in the front there must be a circle. We know that in the case of NOT, we use such a circle, that is, when we put a small circle in front of the small triangle, it must be the negative edge triggering. It will consider in the second case. Here, considering the diagram, the positive triggering system, the output of the positive triggering system is fed into the NAND gate. As it is a edge triggering, the time corresponding for that edge must be very low. Okay, the time interval for that edge must be very low, or it must be very narrow. That narrow pulse is given to the inputs of AND gate. The AND gates are active only when the PT is high. It is approximately 25 nanosecond. The time for positive edge, that is approximately 25 nanosecond. Such a short time. Okay. Then the Q can change state only during this short time period. When this change occur at the same time, in that time only Q changes. Okay. We know that in a clock pulse, first we get, when we considering a clock pulse in this way, it is the positive edge and it is the negative edge, and after that sometimes the low, after here it is going up, then the up state, then going down, then the down state, then after that the next PT comes. Okay, that is, this next PT comes some more times later. Okay. Figure shows a truth table corresponding for the positive edge triggered RS flip-flop. When here this up arrow shows that it is for positive triggering. Okay, when it is positive triggering, only the changes occurs. Then 0 0, if the clock pulse, sorry, the clock edge is positive triggered, it must be the previous state, there is no change, and 0 1, S is equal to 0, R equal to 1, it is reset, and S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, it is set, and 1 1, it is an illegal. In the similar way, we can explain the negative edge triggering. It is a logic diagram. The only change occur is here, and here it is not P, here it is must be equal to NT. That is, it is negative, that means here it is negative edge triggering for, we can represent NT. Okay, it is a figure, that is here an extra small circle in front of the small triangle, and in the truth table the negative triggering shows by a down arrow. Look at the arrow is downward. And there is no other changes. One change is here. A small circle is additionally there, and NT, that means negative triggering, and in the clock is represented as by a down arrow. The figure shows the IEEE symbol. Okay, the small bubble on the clock, that means it is active low. So the flip-flop behaves exactly like the positive edge trigger RS flip-flop, except that the changes in the output are synchronized with the negative edges of the clock, NT of the clock. Now we go into the JK flip-flop. Here in the RS flip-flops, negative edge triggered, and in the case of the positive edge trigger, here look at the last case, that is for S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1, it is an illegal operation. In the negative edge trigger RS flip-flop as also 1 1 is an illegal case. That is, when setting R is equal to S is equal to 1 in an edge triggered RS flip-flop, forces both Q and Q bar, both Q and Q bar to the same logic level. The RS flip-flop using NOR, both output must be low, and using NAND gate, both output must be high. This is an illegal condition. So we cannot possible to predict the final state of Q. The JK flip-flop overcome this restriction of illegal case. So with the illegal case, that is in the RS flip-flop, if it is negative edge trigger or it is positive edge trigger, in that case an illegal case comes. In that case we cannot predict the output, so such a flip-flop cannot be used to construct registers or counters, etc. Okay, this difficulty is overcome by JK flip-flop. The problem of illegal operation is will overcome in the case of JK. So JK flip-flop can be used as the main components of counters, and the counters can be set as operating in negative edge triggering or positive edge triggering. The basic circuit of JK is identical to the positive edge trigger RS flip-flop with some addition. That is, the Q output is connected back to the input of the lower AND gate, and the Q bar output is connected back to the input of the upper AND gate. This cross coupling from the output to input changes the RS flip-flop into a JK flip-flop. Then there is two changes in the edge trigger RS flip-flop to convert it as a JK flip-flop. And the input are labeled as J and K. S is labeled as J and R is labeled as K. It is the diagram. Here look at the diagram. It is here the Q is, this Q is fed back into the AND gate, and the Q bar is fed back to the upper AND gate. Here a 3 input AND gate is used, and one of the input is the PT or the pulse triggering or for the clock, and the one input is here J, and in the lower part the input is labeled as K. Okay. The truth table for JK flip-flop must be a small change in the truth table for edge trigger RS. The only change is in the last portion, that is for the 1-1 case it was illegal in the case of edge trigger RS, but here it is toggle. Toggle means that is flip. Toggle means changes its state, that is 1 is changes to 0, 0 is changes to 1. It is the basic symbol for a positive edge trigger JK flip-flop. The operation of JK flip-flop can be summarized as this way, that is, when J and K are low, no changes of Q. Q is the last state, and when J is low and K is high, it is reset, and J is high, K is low, it is set, and when J and K both are high, Q toggles. It toggles to the opposite state. Consider the operation in detail. First, we consider the case that is J is equal to, first we consider the case J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 0. Here J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 0. We know that in the case of AND gate, 3 input AND gate, if the all input are 1, then there must be a output for the AND gate high. That is, for the first AND gate and for the second AND gate, one of the inputs are 0, then S must be equal to 0 and R must be equal to 0. Okay, we know that when it is a RS flip-flop, then when R and S is equal to 0, then there is no changes occur. That is, as the AND gate is disabled, no changes occur at the output. So the action is no change. And the second case, when J is low and K is high. The second case is J is low and K is high. J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 1. Okay. For the, when a positive triggering comes, here when here Q is equal to 1, consider that Q is equal to 1. Here Q that is equal to, take it as initially 1, then here 1 1, K is equal to 1 and the other input is 1. For the positive pulse that is equal to 1, then the output of the second AND gate must be equal to what? Must be equal to 1. Okay, we know that when Q is equal to 1 here, Q bar must be equal to 0. Okay, then Q bar is equal to 0 is here 0 0. J is equal to, as J, one of the input is equal to 0, it is 0. Then S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1. In the case of SR, it is reset. That is, output goes low. Output goes low. Then it is reset the JK flip-flop. Okay. Then it is reset. That is, J is equal to 0, K is equal to 1 means that it resets the flip-flop. And in the third case, that is, here the third case, in the third case we consider J is equal to 1, J is equal to 1 and K is equal to, here it is the one first AND gate. Here we consider J is equal to 1 and K is equal to 0. As J is equal to 1, the only possibility is that to set the flip-flop, as the lower gate is one of the input of the lower AND gate is 0, it must, the output of the lower AND gate must be 0. Okay, then there is no possibility to reset. The only possible case to set the flip-flop, okay, that possibility comes from when Q is low. When Q is low, Q bar must be high. Q bar fed into here, then this one and this one for the next positive triggering, or the next positive pulse of the triggering, the flip-flop must be set. Okay, then here the case J is equal to 1, K is equal to 0 means that next PT of the clock set the flip-flop. And when J and K both are, when J and K both are high, here it is first and here it is second, here J and K both are 1. Here we consider, first we consider that here in this case it is possible to set or reset the gate. Sorry, set or reset the flip-flop. First we consider Q is high. First we consider Q is high. If Q is high, Q bar must be low. The Q is fed back into the lower AND gate. Okay, so here must be a 1 and here must be a low. Okay, then 0 1, S is equal to 0 and R is equal to, S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1. It must reset the RS flip-flop. Okay, it must reset. That is, previously the input was, previously the Qn was 1 and Qn plus 1 is equal to 0. That is changed. Okay, Q1, Q is changed from 1 to 0. Next we consider Q is low. That is, here we take Q is low, then Q bar must be equal to high. Q bar is fed back into this one upper, then here that is 1, J and Q bar is 1, then the upper AND gate gives an output high in the positive pulse, and here it must be equal to 0. S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0 means it must set the SR flip-flop in the next pulse. Okay, then it is when Qn is equal to when Qn is equal to 0, Qn plus 1 is equal to 1. That is 0 changed from, sorry, Qn changed from 0 to 1. That means, so we called it as it toggles. It toggles 1 1. The case j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1 means the flip-flop will toggle on the next positive clock. This is the operation of JK flip-flop. Next we consider a JK flip-flop with preset and clear input. Simply means we can set Q as 1 and Q as 0. It is often necessary to clear a flip-flop to a logic 0 or preset to a logic 1. This figure shows how we can implement such a JK flip-flop. The figure shows such an implementation. Here, 4 NAND gates are used and there are the input J, K and the clock input, and also here additional 2 inputs, that is preset and clear. This flip-flop can be cleared whenever the clear input is 0 and the preset input is 1. That is to set Qn equal to 0. Okay, for setting Qn is equal to 0, we have to set the clear input for getting a Qn is equal to 0. The preset must be equal to 1 and the clear must be equal to 0. Here the clear and preset inputs are active low. That means Qn is equal to 0 means we have to reset or clear the flip-flop. For clearing the flip-flop, we have to set clear is equal to 0. For clearing the flip-flop, we have to set clear is equal to 0. That is, clear is set to low. So we called as it is active when it is low. Clear is active when it is low, then it is the flip-flop is cleared. And when the preset is low, what happened? When the preset is low, preset is low and clear is high, then Qn must be equal to 1. It is the symbol of presettable and clearable JK flip-flop. And here it is, when we looking at the symbol, here it is a 0. That means it is negative edge triggered. It means it is negative edge triggered. And here the 0 denote the preset is active low, and here there is a 0. That means the clear is active low. The function of such a flip-flop can be tabulated as this one. That is, when the preset and clear are all are 1. That is, preset and clear both are 1. That means both are not active. Preset and clear is not active. Then what happened? The flip-flop operate with the clock. Okay, the flip-flop operate with the clock. And when the preset is low, or preset is low means preset is active, the output is high. And when the clear is active, clear is low means clear is active, it is reset. And here it is set and here it is reset. When preset and clear both are 0, both are 0 means in that time simultaneously the flip-flop try to set and clear. It is impossible. So that is not used. Okay. So we can say that the preset and clear input is used to clear or preset the flip-flop directly. Okay. If both are not active, the flip-flop working with the clock pulse. Consider the cases in detail. First one is preset and clear is 1. This condition indicates that both are inactive. It means the preset and clear input both are inactive. So the flip-flop is free to respond to the J and K and clock input. Or we can say that the flip-flop operate as a normal flip-flop operate as a normal clocked flip-flop. Flip-flop operate as a normal clocked flip-flop. And the second case, preset is equal to 0 and clear is equal to 1. Preset is equal to 0 means preset is active. That is, preset is activated. That means preset activated means output Q must be equal to set to 1. Output is set to, output Q is set to 1. Okay. When the output is not responding to the J, K and clock input, the output is changes with the preset and output is not responding to the input J, K and the clock pulse. When the preset set to 0, the clock when the preset set to 0, the output Q must be set to 1. Okay, and the next case, preset is equal to 1 and clear is equal to 0. Clear is equal to 0 means clear is activated. Okay, then as the clear is activated, Q is immediately set to 0. Q is immediately set to 0 no matter what the condition present at the J, K and clock. That is, Q not responding to J and clock. J and K clock cannot change the output when clear is equal to 0. When clear is equal to 0, then the output must be equal to low. And the last one, when preset and clear is equal to 0, this condition cannot be used because it must be give an ambiguous response. So we now stop here, and this also concludes the chapter also. It was the last topic in the logic gate circuits. This chapter is very important for the JAM preparations also. A lot of questions comes from here. So, okay. Thank you.